and welcome to my TV show on the YouTube network with a potential audience of over 2 billion people. Coming to you live from the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, where I am peacefully protesting and advocating for the homeless and running for Santa Monica City Council in 2026, right here in Santa Monica, California, to stand up for human rights, right here in Santa Monica, right here in California, right here in the USA, right here in the whole wide world, if we could do something about it. But we have to show that we can change things right here in Santa Monica, California, right here in California in the USA. A lot of people want to change things all around the world, but we got to start somewhere. So I'm starting right here in Santa Monica, California, and I hope you're spreading peace and love wherever you are and standing up for human rights wherever you are and peacefully protesting, because that's what it's all about. We don't need to be committing any violence. No great thing is going to come from violence or hatred. We need to keep standing up for peaceful protest and speaking out, sharing your thoughts and beliefs with other people, exercising your First Amendment rights, and keep working towards a better day for everybody. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep looking for the day when the clouds all roll away, but we better work on peace on earth right here. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace arrive? We'll keep waiting by and by for it to fall out of the sky, but we better work on peace on earth to help our children survive. Peace, oh peace. Peace. Let's stand up and work for peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep looking for nirvana, but I think we just might wanna work on peace on earth down here. Peace, whoa, peace. Peace, peace, Ryan. And what's your friend's name?
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Lexi.
Lexi, nice to meet you. Peace. He's a good guy? Is he being sweet to you?
Very sweet.
Well, that's wonderful. Be kind to each other. Be loving. Thank you. Peace. Good to see you. Peace, whoa, peace. Peace, let's stand up and work for peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We can ask the universe to get rid of this war curse, but we better work on peace on earth right here. Peace, oh peace. Peace, let's stand up and work for peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep waiting by and by for it to fall out of the sky, but we better work on peace on earth. We'll keep looking for the day when the clouds all roll away, but we better work on peace on earth. We better work on peace on earth. We better work on peace on earth right here. Woo! Thank you, peace. Thank you. We got to keep working towards a better day because we haven't gotten there yet. We got to keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. We can keep working, we can keep lifting people up instead of pushing people down. We can keep making things better instead of making things worse. We don't have to fight every day, but we have to do it right here. We have to do it right here in Santa Monica, California. We have to do it right here in the state of California, show the rest of the world that we can help lift people up instead of punishing people for being poor and homeless and down and out. Instead of criminalizing and pushing people further down who have mental disabilities or mental problems, we can help lift people up. Instead of pushing people down who have substance abuse disorders, we can help lift people up. We don't need to make their lives harder by throwing them out in the streets and saying they don't deserve a place to live because they have this problem or that problem. Everybody's got problems, but not everybody needs a place to live, but everybody has problems. So we need to keep lifting people up and making things better, because we can do that right here in Santa Monica, California, right here in the state of California, the fourth largest economy of the whole wide world. We can help lift people up instead of pushing people down. We have to show that there is a difference between progressive democratic government and conservative Republican government. We have to show that it's not all about making money. It's not all about the bottom line. Good government isn't about making a profit off of the backs of all of your people in your country. It's about lifting people up and making sure that everybody has equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all, and showing that we believe in human rights right here in Santa Monica, right here in California. And that's why we all have to get behind the Billionaire Tax Act of 2026 right here in California, Prop 40. It'll be on the ballot this fall. It's a 5% wealth tax on the billionaires here in California. That's right, a 5% wealth tax over 5 years that will help lift people up and make sure that every poor person has good quality health care. Because we believe in that in this state. That's right, we believe in health care for the poor here in California, and we need to show that by raising taxes on the billionaires. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026, right here in California. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026, right here in California. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026, that's Prop 40 in California. Yes, on Prop 40, that's what we all need to be talking about. We need to raise hundreds of billions of dollars off of the billionaires here in California. We have more billionaires than any state in the whole country, and we have more homeless people than any state in the whole country. Now that's just not good. We need to change that. We need to make sure that everybody can have the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world, in this fourth largest economy of the whole wide world, California. So get behind that Billionaire Tax Act of 2026. Oh, the Billionaire Tax Act of 2026. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026. Yes, on Prop 40. Yes, on Prop 40. That's what they're calling it, Prop 40. Billionaire Tax Act. 5% wealth tax on the billionaires. Let's all get behind it. Tell our leaders, we know Newsom isn't for it because he wants to run for president And he doesn't want people to think he's not for the rich people. But we need the rest of our leaders to get behind the Billionaire Tax Act. And I'm sorry, Newsom has done a terrible job of helping lift people out of poverty. Newsom, you failed. You better not run for president. Tell the rest of the country, don't look at Newsom for president, because he failed here in California. He didn't build affordable housing. He didn't help lift people out of poverty. He helped criminalize poverty and homelessness, and that's a shame. That's the worst part. He stood with Trump's ultra-conservative Supreme Court, and he said, please, give me the power to criminalize homelessness because I want to clean up the streets so I can run for president. That's what he did. And that Supreme Court of Trump's, they sided in Grants Pass versus Johnson. They said, yes, Governor Newsom, we will let you criminalize homelessness. And that's what they've been doing since 2024. They've been tearing down encampments and pushing poor people into jails and prisons. I'm sure many of them ended up in prison at this point. Because once you start going through the jail system over and over, prison isn't far behind. And you know, already the United States has the largest prison population of any country in the world. I sure hope we can turn that around at some point. We need to spend more money on education. Spend more money on education, spend less money on incarceration. Spend more money on education, spend less money on incarceration. Spend more money on education, spend less money on incarceration. California, we spend about $20,000 per year per public school student, and we spend over $130,000 per incarcerated person. That's a shame. We need to spend more money on educating people and lifting them up and making them feel part of our society, giving people a purpose and giving them a place to fit in. Especially as we go further and further into this technological era, when more and more of the robots will be doing more and more of the jobs. We need to be lifting humans up, human beings up, and making sure that they can get by. Because more and more of the jobs are going to be going to these robots and artificial intelligentsia. So we need to make sure that we're lifting up human beings and making sure that everybody can have the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. In this fourth largest economy of the whole wide world, California. In this very wealthy city of Santa Monica. We don't need to be pushing people out into the streets, but that's what we've been doing for generations right here in Santa Monica. We need to move in the other direction, especially during this technological era. We need to get those robots and artificial intelligence working to help lift people up and make sure that everybody has the basics, a decent place to live, food to eat, healthcare, and a good public education. Because we got rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys. On the rich people's toys. That's right. All over our streets here tonight in Santa Monica, there are little robots delivering people's food. There are little scooters, electric bikes, electric displays. We got plenty of rich people's toys all over our city's streets. We have rich people's toys strewn out over our sidewalks and roads, autonomous cars. And we have homeless people sleeping in the streets. We've got rich people's toys all over our streets, taking more and more jobs. And we have homeless people sleeping in the streets. We can do better. We can do better, Santa Monica. Thank you, peace. Thank you. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. Thank you. Peace. We can do better, Santa Monica. We can do better, California. We can help lift people out of poverty. We can make sure that we build affordable housing. We can make sure that we build safe spaces for the homeless to go, with safe, secure restrooms until we have enough affordable housing. We could have a nice big community center right here on this public promenade that would help people find services they need and just get involved with their community, even if they're poor and homeless. We don't have to contract that out to non-government organizations. But hey, if they want to run a nice community center here in downtown Santa Monica, right here on this public promenade, let me remind you all, this is a public promenade. This promenade belongs to all of us. So I hope you get out here and exercise your First Amendment rights, because this is not Disneyland. This is not the Grove. This promenade does not belong to these business owners. It is yours. Even though they lock up all the chairs at night so the homeless people can't sit on them, and even though they will harass people for being here, we need to keep reminding these business owners here on this promenade, this is a public promenade. It does not belong to the rich and the powerful. It belongs to all of us. So get out here and exercise your First Amendment rights, whether it be poetry, whether it be music, whether you want to speak politics, peacefully protest, stand up for human rights, whatever you want to do, get out here and do it. This is not Disneyland. This doesn't belong to any corporate empire. This is a public promenade, so get out and use it. Peace. Because all over the streets in Santa Monica, we have rich people's toys littering our sidewalks and our roads, and yet we have homeless people sleeping in the streets. We got the rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys, making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on our rich people, our rich people's toys. On our rich people, our rich people's toys. That's right. Tonight, all over this country, there are data centers being built, warehouses filled with computers and robots and artificial intelligentsia of every sort. We're spending more and more money on training our robots and artificial intelligentsia and making sure they are all taken good care of, making sure they're all charged up just right, making sure they're cleaned, all their circuits are working, making sure they are kept at nice room temperature, and they have all the energy they need, all the energy they could possibly want to perform at top quality, top efficiency. And we have homeless people sleeping in the streets. That's right. We're taking very good care of all of these robots and artificial intelligentsia. And we have human beings sleeping in the streets. We can do better than that, Santa Monica. We can do better than that, California. We can lift people out of poverty instead of criminalizing poverty and homelessness. We can help lift people out of poverty and homelessness instead of giving all our resources to the rich people's toys, making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys, making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on our rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. That's right, we can do better. We can do better right here in Santa Monica. You know, so many people, they ask me, they say, well, where's the money going to come from to build housing for the homeless? Where's the money coming from? Well, in this country, we seem to have plenty of money to give contracts to rich people and take care of their toys. We have one trillionaire who owns more wealth than the bottom 50% of our population. They seem to be finding money somewhere. I think our governments could probably raise taxes on some of these people and find more money to build housing for the homeless and make sure that everybody has health care and a good public education. We need to raise taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the rich. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026, right here in California. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026, right here in California. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026, right here in California. They call it Prop 40. Yes, on Prop 40. Yes, on Prop 40. Yes, on Prop 40. Yes, on Prop 40. Better day for you and me. Yes, on Prop 40. A better day for us to see everybody have the basics in health care. That's right. We can pass a tax on the billionaires here in California. We don't have to wait for the rest of the country. We can do it right here. Tell your friends to all get behind Prop 40. Because California, do we want to show that we are different than Donald Trump? Or do we want to just follow down the same footpath, same footsteps as Donald Trump and criminalize poverty and homelessness? I sure don't. I sure don't want to follow down those footsteps, following his footsteps. I don't want to deport all the poor people out of Santa Monica, as these city council members are doing, trying to get all the poor people and the homeless people out of Santa Monica. I don't want to follow in those footsteps, and I hope you don't either. I don't want to follow in the footsteps of trying to push all the poor people out and have only rich people in your neighborhood. That's not good for democracy. That's segregation is what it's called. When you push all the poor people out, you're going to push out a lot of people of color, because we haven't gotten to a point in this society in this country where we have some basic equity and everybody has basically the same. And I'm not saying that we all have to have exactly the same amount of money, no. I'm saying that we can do a lot better than we have been doing, because there is still a huge gap between the different people of different races in this country, and a large disparity. There's still, we haven't reached equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. We got to keep working at it. So we got to keep lifting poor kids out of poverty and making sure that they have a better public education. Because here in California, we have some kids that are getting fantastic educationals. But you know, only 40% of the public schools in California, 40% of the public schools in California educate 90% of the students of color. 40% of the public schools in California educate 90% of the students of color. That means 60% of all the schools in California have only 10% of the students of color. So that means we got segregation still going on. And we need to keep lifting people out of poverty. We need to keep working to make sure that poor kids are getting a better education. And we need to build affordable housing in these coastal communities, in these rich communities. Because when you only have rich people in your community, you are having segregation. Oh no, we don't have segregation. Everybody has a right to be here if they're a 20 millionaire. Well, see, the problem is there aren't that many 20 millionaires that are not white, right? So you need to have more affordable housing in places like Santa Monica. And that's why we need to build affordable housing here in Santa Monica. And that's why we need to tell our leaders to get behind building more affordable housing. Instead of pushing the poor people down the road, build some affordable housing for them to live in. See the people living in the street, ain't got no money, ain't much to eat. They're not too proud to take your crust of bread, just looking for some place to lay their weary heads. What's the problem that brought them here? The story's long and it isn't very clear. So many roads lead to the street, just looking for some place to lay their tired feet. And we could help them. We could make sure that everybody has a decent place to live in this richest, most powerful country in the world. In this fourth largest economy of the whole wide world, California, in this very wealthy city of Santa Monica. I ain't saying they ain't done wrong. I ain't saying didn't help to bring it on. I'm just saying there must be somewhere they belong, and they're looking for somewhere. Looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. All these homeless people living in a ditch with all these empty buildings and tax cuts for the rich. I ain't saying you have to give, but everybody has got a right to live, and they're just looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. Sweep them out your doorway, tear down their tents. Gonna keep on coming if you keep on raising rents. I ain't saying you have to do good, but why don't you try letting homeless people move in to your neighborhood, Santa Monica? Looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. That's right, Santa Monica, we could help. I'm not saying Santa Monica has to fix everything by itself. Oh, we can't do it all by ourselves. No, you can't. But you could sure make some steps in the right direction. You could sure build a lot more affordable housing than you have been, because you haven't been building too much affordable housing at all. No. Since your 2022 Housing Elements Plan, you've built about 2% of the affordable housing that you said you would build over the next 8 years. And we're already at the end of, towards the end of 2026. Santa Monica, you have built a lot of market rate housing. You're doing fine with that. You're building plenty of rich people housing. There's no problem with that. It's the poor people housing you don't do too good at, because we can't find the money. Can't find the money for building poor people's housing. You know, Santa Monica seems to find a way to find money for pretty much everything they want to find money for, except building affordable housing. They would rather criminalize poverty and homelessness than build affordable housing, and that's the truth. That's just the sad situation of the whole thing. You can sweep them out your doorway, tear down their tents, gonna keep on coming if you keep on raising rents. I ain't saying you have to do good, but why don't you try letting homeless people move in to your neighborhood, Santa Monica? Looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. Don't need your swimming pool, don't need your king-size bed, just looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. Hey, hey. They are just looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads, and we could help them. We could set aside safe spaces and 24-hour public restrooms and send them people with services to help them find the things they need. We could be part of the solution instead of continuing to be part of the problem, Santa Monica. That don't take a lot of mental capacity to see that. If you're criminalizing poverty and homelessness, you're just heading in the wrong direction. It doesn't matter what you're doing for your businesses and all the people in your city. If you're criminalizing poor people for being poor and homeless people for being homeless, while you are creating that situation, you got evil government going on. And that's why I'm going to have to go thank the Santa Monica City Council members, Barry Snell, Ellis Raskin, Natalia Zernitskaya, and Jesse Zwick for voting against closing down the San Michelle shelter before they found a place for those people to go. You know, that makes sense. If you're going to close down a shelter, one of the only shelters in your city, because it's got problems, then you better either fix those problems first or find some place for those people living in that shelter to go before you close down the shelter. And so I have to thank those members that voted against closing down that shelter right away, the San Michelle shelter. And I hope they work towards finding more solutions. And that's what I'm going to be talking to them about tomorrow night. And I hope we can get more people to see, hey, listen, maybe we can help these homeless people instead of just punishing them for being poor and homeless. Maybe we can help lift these people up and give them some direction and some guidance, and maybe a decent place to live. Because some people go through hard times in this world, and instead of making things worse, government should be helping lift people up and make things better. Because life ain't easy. Some tragedies happen. And that's why we need government to be thinking about more than just about making money off of the backs of poor people. Oh, there's a hole in my cup. Don't know if you noticed, but there's a hole in my cup where my drink keeps leaking through. There's a hole in my cup. Somebody ought to fix it. It's keeping me from spending sweet loving time with you. And there's a hole in my cup. Don't know where it came from. There's a hole in my cup where my time keeps slipping through. There's a hole in my cup. I better try to fix it. It's keeping me from spending, doing the things I want to do. I wanted to feed the hungry people. I want to rid the world from war. I wanted to find a cure for all kind of sickness, and death would be no more. But there's a hole in my cup. It's causing me distraction. There's a hole in my cup where my life keeps slipping through. There's a hole in my cup. Can't get no satisfaction. I want to feed the hungry people. I want to rid the world of war. I wanted to find a cure for all kind of sickness, and death would be no more. But there's a hole in my cup. It always looks near empty. There's a hole in my cup where my drink keeps leaking through. There's a hole in my cup. Somebody, won't you help me? Bring another bottle. Let me see what I can do. There's a hole in my cup. That's right. A lot of people are going through rough times, and instead of pushing people further down, what we need to do is we need to help lift people up. We need to help lift people out of poverty. We need to help lift people up when they don't have a place to live. We need to help lift people up when they're going through hard mental crises. We can do things like that in this country. They've been done before. You know, back in 1944, the great President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, he gave a speech called the Second Bill of Rights. In this speech, he said, "It is time for a second Bill of Rights where every American has the right to a decent place to live. Every American has the right to a job that pays a living wage. Every American has the right to health care. And every American has the right to a good education. There were some other things about business practices and things like that. But that was given in 1944, that speech. And we haven't achieved those goals yet today. Hello, young lovers, whoever you are. I hope your troubles are few. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've been in love like you. Be brave, young lovers, and follow your star. Be brave and faithful and true. Cling very close to each other tonight. I've been in love like you. How you doing? Peace. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You fly down the street on a chance that you meet, and you meet not merely by chance. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've had a love of my own. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You fly down the street on a chance that you meet, and you meet not merely by chance. How you doing? Peace. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've had a love of my own. I've had a love of my own like you. I've had a love of my own. That's right. It's good to sing some love songs as we're working towards a better day for everybody. As we're working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. Trying to make sure that everybody can have the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. We can do better for everybody. We don't have to say, oh, the rich are doing fine. They're breaking records on Wall Street every week. They're doing just fine, so everything must be just okay. No, there's a lot of people suffering. And that's why we got to keep working towards a better day. And some people say to me, Wade, you're not making any money. You're not raising money to make a big change. And I'm not going to raise money. I'm not going to raise money for my campaign. I've already told everybody. I know I might not change a thing here on this promenade running for Santa Monica City Council. But I hope I inspire enough people to get involved and to speak out and to take control of their government, that we can make some positive changes here and there, and that we can tell our friends and loved ones, listen, we don't have to let the rich run everything in this country. We can take part. We can make sure that the poor have the basics. That ain't too much to ask. And we can all get involved and speak out, peacefully protest. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love. It's about peace. It's It's about a little bit of love and peace at least. 'Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about hope. It's about joy. It's about bringing some home to little girls and boys. It's about joy. It's about hope. It's about enough hope to keep them off the dope. 'Cause when the hope and the joy are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about joy. It's about hope. It's about you. It's about me. It's about you and me working towards equality. It's about me. It's about you. It's about saying Black Lives Matter too. 'Cause when you and me are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about you. It's about me. Se trata de paz, se trata de amor, se trata de paz y amor. Se trata de paz, se trata de amor, se trata de paz y amor. Se trata de paz y amor. You know, it's about working towards equality and keep making things better. You know, today I went to a street, renaming of a street, a ceremony to name a street sign after Silas White. Silas White owned the Ebony Beach Club, I believe was the name of it. And it was a club in Santa Monica that the city took over to use for some of its public land, public property for its buildings, I think the Civic Center and other places. And they took that land for a fair market value, as they do with public domain, and intimate domain. That's right. They take private property owned by people to build cities. That's what they did a lot. And a lot of these cities were built, and freeways and highways, they took land from poor people, a lot of them. And this Silas White was one of the people they took property from, and some of it was used for the city, and some of it was used, as I understand, for private purposes, and other people made money off of it. So they're trying to make up for that abuse, that error, that crime in the past that the city committed. And that's why they're naming this street after Silas White. But they're also trying to figure out reparations to the family for taking this man's property and the family's property. You know, that just shows us there's a lot of things that have happened in the history of this country and in the history of California and in the history of Santa Monica that abused people's rights and that we want to make up for today. But the best way to fix things like that would be to work towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all now, instead of trying to take advantage of poor people and different people who don't have a big voice in our democracy, taking advantage of these people and then figuring out later on, hey, maybe we shouldn't have done it like that. Maybe we shouldn't have had slavery in this country. Yeah, that took us a while to figure out, didn't it? It took almost 100 years before we ended slavery in this country. It wasn't until 1900 that we passed some child labor laws in this country. It wasn't until 1920 that we made sure women had the right to vote in this country. And a lot of women worked very hard to get that right. It wasn't until 1924 that Native Americans had the right to vote nationally in this country. 1924. That's why when people say to me, these people that are immigrants, they need to stand in line. Well, the Native Americans stood in line for quite a while before they got their citizenship in this country, and They were here before anybody started. Anyway, and then it wasn't until 1990 that we passed Disability Act, Americans with Disabilities Act, and stood up for the rights of people with disabilities, whether they be physical or mental disabilities. We all have the same rights in this country. It wasn't until 1960s that we passed the civil rights laws and the voting rights laws. And we need to stand up for the rights of every human being in this country and continue to work towards making sure that everybody has equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity, because we haven't gotten there yet. It's still 10 times more likely for a young black man to go to prison in California than a young white man. It's still many times more likely for a young Hispanic man to go to prison in California than a young white man. And we have to keep lifting people up. We have to make sure that everybody can have a good public education and that everybody can get a good start in this country. We're working to make for a more perfect union. We're trying to establish justice. And if you're criminalizing poverty and homelessness, you're not establishing justice. You're establishing injustice. We got to keep working towards a better day for everybody. And get out there and peacefully protest and get involved in your government. We might not change everything tomorrow. We might not take away the reins of government from every billionaire in this country tomorrow, but we can make sure that we move forward in this country and raise taxes on the billionaires. Get behind that Billionaire Tax Act of 2026. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026, right here in California. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026, right here in California. Yes, on Prop 40, right here in California. Yes, on Prop 40, right here in California. That's a 5% wealth tax on the billionaires, and we have more billionaires than any state in the whole country. And we have a lot of people that we need to make sure have health care in this state. And we need to show that California can be different than the rest of the country. So get out there and peacefully protest and get involved. It's about peace, it's about love, it's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love, it's about peace, it's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace, it's about love, and that's about the right of everybody to peacefully protest and to share their beliefs. That's a beautiful thing, that First Amendment of our Constitution. Get out there and peacefully protest. Let's show that we can stand up for the right of everybody to speak their minds, even if we disagree with them. That's the way we're going to change things around the world. We're not going to change things around the world by telling people around the world what they're supposed to do. You guys got to get along over there. You got to end your violence over there. No, we got to show them right here in the United States. We stand up for the right of people we disagree with to speak their mind, and we get along together, and we live together without violence or without trying to hurt each other. If we can show that, we will be teaching a lot to the rest of the world. Assalamu alaikum alaikum ye. Assalamu alaikum alaikum ye. Assalamu alaikum alaikum ye. Assalamu alaikum alaikum ye. Evenu shalom alechem. Evenu shalom alechem. Evenu shalom alechem. Evenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. Let's try this again. Assalamu alaikum alaikum ye. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Evenu shalom alechem, Evenu shalom alechem, Evenu shalom alechem, Evenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. It's about peace, it's about love, it's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love, it's about peace, it's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace, it's about love, love, love. How it's all about love. That's right, it's all about peace and love and making sure we spread it around a little better. Stand up for the rights of those people you disagree with to speak their mind and share their thoughts. Let's stand up for those who don't have a big voice in our democracy. Stand up for the rights of those people that are poor and that are living in the streets, who are being pushed out and criminalized for their poverty. We need to keep working towards a better day for everybody because we haven't gotten there yet. And we need to stand up for the rights of those people who have been used for their labor for generations and not been given their rights in this country. You don't get 20 million people living in your country that are undocumented without a lot of people using them for their labor and not giving them a pathway to citizenship. And that's what's happened for generations. Too many people want to use these people for their labor, but they don't want them to have any rights. And that's what's been happening for generations. That's why we have so many people living in the shadows in this country. And we need to stand up for their rights to have a pathway to citizenship. Congress needs to do their job and pass a comprehensive immigration bill that makes sure they have a pathway to citizenship for up to 20 million people. And we need to make sure that those people who have enriched themselves off the labor of these people help make this happen. De la Sierra Moreno, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Ese lunar que tiene, cielito lindo, junto a la boca, no se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo, que a mí me toca. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Hi, 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 hi. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Hi, 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 hi. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Oh, I love this. I have to play this. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. That's right. It's about, that's what they have on the Statue of Liberty, Emma Lazarus's poem about sending us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Not the rich people that just want to take advantage of all the poor people in this country, but the people who want to come here and share the idea of freedom, the idea that everybody has equal rights in this country. Those are the people we want in this country, the people who want to lift up somebody's rights that they disagree with, the people who want to lift up somebody who has a religion that they don't believe in. Those are the kind of people we want to bring to this country, not the rich and the powerful from other countries. We want to bring in the tired, the poor, the huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Ay, 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 ay. Cantai, no llores, porque cantando se alegran, silbito lindo, los corazones. Anyway, let's keep working towards a better day for everybody, standing up for human rights. Now, we don't need to try and fight with the authorities in this country. Use the legal process, but we need to tell our leaders, and we need to tell all of our leaders here in this country, we need to work towards a pathway to citizenship for these tens of millions of people that have been used for their labor and not been given their rights. And that's just one of the problems that we need to work on in this country, but we can do it. We can vote for leaders who will stand up for the rights of the poor and the homeless and those in need, and not just the people in power, not just the rich and the powerful. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. There's no reason for poor people to be sleeping in the streets while rich people are having space races. There's no reason for us to be criminalizing poverty and homelessness while many of our government officials are bringing on that poverty and homelessness. We have too many leaders blaming the poor for being poor and the homeless for being homeless. They say, don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor at all. We'll pull the chair beneath your seat and mock you when you fall. We'll tell you that you're crazy and you're on the drugs. They'll say you're mostly lazy and you're filled with bugs. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless, just be rich. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and sick. They'll put you in the hospital and spit you out real quick. They'll say you need to rest more and change the way you eat. But they ain't got no medicine to get you off of the streets. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just live in a mansion. Yeah, that's what you gotta get, a mansion. All the rich folks wanna help you if they can. So they'll start a race to outer space to help their fellow man. Thank you. We're going to build affordable housing up on Mars. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't live in your car. They'll find a way to ticket you no matter where you are. They'll say you're near a schoolyard or near a city park. They'll make you move your car all day and give you tickets while you're sleeping in the dark. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just live on a yacht. You gotta get a yacht. All the rich folks wanna help you if they could. So they'll take your tent and your bags and stuff and move them to another neighborhood. A little farther. A little farther. A little farther down the road would be good. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor at all. They'll pull the chair beneath your seat and mock you when you fall. They'll tell you that you're crazy and you're on the drugs. They'll say you're mostly lazy and you're filled with all kind of bugs. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich. That's right, homeless people. Just be rich. Come to my Tony Robbins seminar. Come to my Tony Robbins seminar, and I will help you motivate you out of homeless. I can't even do it. I can't get my teeth that big. I can't get my smile that big anymore. I don't know. Please, I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I give you my heart. I love you and you alone were meant for me. Please give your loving heart to me and say we'll never part. I think of you every morning, dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never lonely. Whenever you're inside, I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I give you my heart. Hey, peace, yeah. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I give you my heart. I love you and you alone were meant for me. Please give your loving heart to me and say we'll never part. I think of you every morning, dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never lonely. Whenever you're inside, I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I give you my I give you my heart. 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 Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I go sailing. It's far beyond the star, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my love will see me there soon. We'll meet upon the shore. We'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea. And never again I go sailing. And never again I go sailing. It's far beyond a star, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my love will see me there soon. We'll meet up on the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I go sailing. We'll meet up on the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again we'll go sailing. No more sailing, no more sailing. Bye-bye. Love, this is my song. Here is a song, a serenade to you. I know the world can be wrong, whenever there is you. I care not what the world may say. Without your love, there is no day. So love, this is my song. Here is a song, a serenade to you. Love, this is my song. If in this world there is you, I care not what the world may say. Without your love there is no day. So love, this is my song. Here is a song, a serenade to you. Here is a song, a serenade to you. Hello, lovers. Always good to be in love. I wish we could all be in love all the time. And it could be good, too, all the time. But life doesn't always go so easy for most people. Most people have some hard times in their lives, and we need to keep helping lift people up, make things better. You can play the game, you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. But tell me where you're gonna go with a foolish heart, playing the fool. You can play the game, you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. But tell me where you're gonna go with your broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool. Better to shower the people you love with love, show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be just fine if you only will. What I want to say to you is, shower the people you love with love, show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. You can run, but you cannot hide. This is widely known. And tell me what you're gonna do with your foolish pride when you're by yourself all alone. Once you tell somebody the way you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I think it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel, always getting the grease. Better to shower the people you love with love, show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be just fine if you only will. What I want to say to you is, shower the people you love with love, show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Shower the people you love with love, show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be alright if you only will. That's right. People go through hard times in this world, and Need to do the best we can to help lift each other up during those hard times. And keep making, good to see you, peace. Keep making laws that help lift people up. Those that are in real need, those that are in poverty and going through hard times. That's what government's all about. That's what our government is supposed to be about. Maybe not other governments. Maybe other governments are supposed to just make money off the backs of the poor, but this government in the United States is supposed to be working towards a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. That's what it's all about. That's what this country was supposed to be about from the beginning. But we had a lot of problems to work out from the very beginning. We had slavery. We took advantage of the poor people for a very long time, and we didn't take care of people who had rights here in this country. And then finally, we made sure that some of these crimes were addressed as we went along. There have always been people who want to work towards a more perfect union. And then there are those people who just want to take advantage of the poor and push people down. And we have to work against that. We got to keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. Make it a little bit better as we go. Make it a little bit better. Never make it perfect, but make it a little bit better as we go. Make it a little bit better as we go. We'll make it a little bit better as we go. Make it a little bit better. Never make it perfect, but make it a little bit better as we go. Make it a little bit better as we go. Someone's always crying, there'll always be pain. Some need the sunshine and some need rain. The world keeps spinning, we can't slow it down, but we can help each other while it's turning around. And make it a little bit better as we go. Make it a little bit better. Never make it perfect, but make it a little bit better as we go. Make it a little bit better as we go. Can't solve every problem, can't stop every crime. Oh, we can't turn back time. The world keeps spinning, we can't slow it down, but we can help each other while it's turning around. And make it a little bit better as we go. Make it a little bit better. Never make it perfect, but make it a little bit better as we go. Make it a little bit better as we go. That's right. Keep working towards a better day. Keep speaking out. Keep lifting up. That's why I'm running for Santa Monica City Council, to stand up for human rights right here in Santa Monica. Even though I know it's an uphill dance. That's right, I'm going to dance uphill. I'm going to keep dancing as I dance uphill. I know it'll be an uphill going, but I might as well enjoy it while I'm dancing uphill, right? Because it's not like I have to push a rock. It's not like I have to push a rock day after day. I'm just dancing uphill until November. And maybe I can help make a little difference in this city, in this state, in this country. We all can do our parts to just move it forward a little bit, make it a little bit better as we go. This is. Keep on getting up. Keep on speaking out. Keep on singing. Peace and love is what it's all about. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. Keep on lifting up. Keep on, lend a helping hand. We can't solve every problem, but we can try to understand. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. Don't get lost in a sea of despair. Be hopeful, be optimistic, and someday we'll get there. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. Don't get lost in a sea of despair. Be hopeful, be optimistic, and someday we'll get there. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. And dream of a better day. Oh, we ain't there yet, but you know we're on our way. Hey, hey, hey. That's right, we got to keep working towards a better day. Because we haven't gotten there yet, keep speaking out, keep getting involved, keep standing up against hatred and racism whenever you hear it, whenever you see it. Keep peacefully protesting. Run for office. Go out and vote. Speak out at your public ceremonies. Share your beliefs. Let other people share their beliefs, and let's keep working towards a better day for everybody. Because we haven't got there yet. Don't let anybody tell you we have. Keep standing up, especially for those who don't have a big voice in our democracy. Tell people not to criminalize poverty and homelessness. That's the wrong direction. If you're criminalizing poverty and homelessness, your government's headed in the wrong direction. You need to be standing up for human rights, not pushing people further down. We can do better. Keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. And let's make sure everybody can have the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the world. A decent place to live, food to eat, health care, and a good public education. And let's get behind the Billionaire Tax Act of 2026 right here in California. The Billionaire Tax Act of 2026 right here in California. Yes, on Prop 40 right here in California. Yes, on Prop 40 right here in California. Yes, on Prop 40 right here in California. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. And though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Though the night's cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be. Peace and love. My name is Wade Kelley, and I'm running for Santa Monica City Council to stand up for human rights.